Simon, in the intro video, we talked about improving people's conversion rates, and we talked about your 7 office operation in Cambridgeshire. And you said that back in Feb of 2018, you set up a 5-stage process.
Yeah.
So this is the first video talking about stage 1, where you went out with the valuers. So, and you went out with 20 of them, which is a big number. Tell me what happened.
What happened, first of all, is it gave me first insight into what was actually happening. Not what we thought was happening, not what we hoped was happening, but what was actually happening in the living room of a prospective vendor.
Just as a matter of interest, had you done that exercise previously in recent times or not?
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
You know, ad hoc. It's the sort of thing, I'll get round to doing that.
Yeah.
But we needed a plan. And the way that this was executed, this particular stage, was very meticulous, very scientific, actually.
Scientific sounds like there's checklists and things like that. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
You're absolutely right. There was a checklist. We used a checklist which comprised 44 points, 44 things that the perfect lister in the perfect scenario would execute every single time. It was a list that was shared with us a while ago, primarily from a company called TM Training and Development, who we used to part own and we still work alongside. And they provided us with that checklist, which is the way that I was able to go into the houses and objectively share exactly what was happening.
Okay, so was that a fact-based checklist, or was there any emotion in there? Because let's be honest, it is a people business.
It is a people business, but this is very fact-orientated.
Okay.
Did you offer to take your shoes off?
Right.
That's a fact. You either do or you don't.
Okay.
That's just one tiny example. I'm sure if anybody wanted to contact TM Training and Development, they'd share that checklist with you. But it was very factually based. There was an element to it, which I'm going to come on to a bit later, which was very much to do the way that people were interacting with the valuer and vice versa. But it was very factually based, very objective.
Okay, so apart from we haven't got the list in front of us, and I'm sure if you contact TM Training, they'll supply it. But go through what findings you found.
Yeah. Well, this was really interesting. The first thing I want to say is that genuinely, I did find the general level of what we were doing to be good.
Mm-hmm. I would expect that, though.
Yeah, I would expect it, but to be honest, I was disappointed. I didn't want good. I wanted exceptional. Today's market, Chris, as I'm sure you know and all the other estate agents out there will know, is very tough, very competitive.
How did that make you feel that your valuers were good but not wow?
To be honest with you, disappointed. I'll be absolutely honest with you, I was disappointed. That said, I could also see some failings from the management side of stuff. We were perhaps a bit guilty about just accepting good, and we called the project moving from good to exceptional, and that's what we did.
Okay, so what were the main findings that you found? I mean, it surely couldn't have been people just taking their shoes off.
No.
I'd say that cheekily.
Yeah, of course. Excuse me. There were 4 main findings. If I just give you those 4 headings, and you can question me on each individual one as you feel to be appropriate. The first one.
Well, let's give the headings now.
Okay.
Because then I know in stage 2 you actually did some training on it, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
So let's give them a little bit of scissors out there in estate agency.
Okay.
Give me the 4 headlines, and we'll go into greater depth in stage 2.
Okay. The 4 headlines were agenda setting, basically explaining to a prospective vendor what was going to happen. The second thing was questioning with the walk around, not just doing the measurements and not just asking closed questions. The third thing was presentation of price. How was that done? Because that's really important to a vendor. And the other thing was the use of features and benefits.
Okay. Well, should we go through those in greater detail in stage 2?
Yeah, happy to do
Good
that.
stuff. So if you want to listen to stage 2 where we go through those 4 details, then watch the video at the end of this video. That's good, isn't it? And we'll take it from there. So thank you, Sam.
No problem.